At ease. It's your boy Soul Immortal. You know, I often hear women refer to themselves as bad chicks, queens, and a few other things, right? But every once in a while, I'll hear a woman refer to herself as the prize. You know what I'm talking about? Now, it confuses me because in a society where there are 1.8 million more sisters than brothers, that they still think that they're the prize, right? You know, when you factor in the amount of men that are in prison, when you factor in the amount of men that are unemployed, you know, they're left with about 50% of the male population to choose from, right? And then you factor in, you know, the men that are going their own way. Then you factor in the men that really have no interest in entertaining women anymore. And you're left with about one male per three women. You know what I'm saying? And they still say that they're the prize. But the thing is, I'm not even worried about that. You know, when it comes to a woman that thinks that she's the prize, we as men have far greater things to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Today I want to talk about the dangers of entertaining the I am the prize type woman. Let's talk about it. Now, the primary reason on why a man should avoid entertaining this type woman is because she completely violates the hierarchy of man. You know what I mean? I always talk about, you know, as far as man is concerned, it should be, you know, his God or his source first, himself, and then everything else falls up under that. When you're dealing with the I am the prize type woman, from day one, she wants to be over all things. From day one, she wants to be the top priority in your life. Now, the problem with that is this. A woman like that, combined with a man that's unaware, it soon leads to a man becoming unplugged. And when I say unplugged, what I mean is a man will soon unplug himself from his source and tie all his energy into this woman. I made a video a while back called Why a Man Should Never Fall in Love with a Woman. Now, a few people misunderstood me, but the majority pretty much received it. And all I was saying was this: men, you can date a woman, you can even get into a lifelong commitment with a woman, but at no point in a man's life should a woman come before his source or his passions. Because this, my brothers, is just the beginning of a long path to destruction. Now, I'll be honest. For the man that has no desire to leave a footprint on this planet, for the man that has no desire to use his power to create his own world, this woman may be perfect. Because this woman, one, requires a lot of attention, and two, is in a consistent mode of having to validate her life. So a man with all this extra energy combined with a woman like this, it possibly could be a good fit. But for the men that watch this channel, right? For the men that are fully aware that they can create their own worlds once they're tied into the source. For the men that want to leave this world in a better place than it was before they got here, brothers, we shall not entertain this woman. Brothers, if you decide to entertain a woman, it is imperative that she understands the importance of a man always being plugged in. Your ideal candidate knows that on most days, you won't be able to just lay on the couch for hours on hours. You know what I'm saying? Your ideal candidate knows that there will be weekends that y'all will miss events, concerts, and all kinds of stuff, man. She knows that it's going to be a lot of late nights and early mornings for you, brothers, because that's the only way you're going to achieve your goals. And I'm telling you, brothers, the woman that wants to be the prize in your life, she has no understanding of this. See, the 5% woman is well aware that if she's the prize in your life, that everything is going downhill from there. Matter of fact, the 5% woman doesn't even want to be the prize in your life because she understands the hierarchy. The 5% woman is fully aware that the prize in a man's life should only be his God and should only be his purpose. So I know what some of you guys are thinking. You're thinking, so as men, should we consider ourselves the prize? I have several YouTube brothers who speak on this quite often and bring up some solid points. Because if you think about it, we're called to be the protectors. We're called to be the providers. We're supposed to be responsible of a woman's well-being, right? If you look at that and factor in that it's one male to three women, if you look at all that together and say, a woman got a man that does X, Y, and Z, then yes, she won. Then yes, that man could be considered a prize. But me, I tend to look at it just slightly different. When I think prize, I see it as something that someone has achieved, but after that, there's nothing else to do. The prize is yours. In other words, if I meet a woman and she checks all the boxes, and at some point in time, I let her in my kingdom. Now, if I consider myself the prize, that means at that point, there's nothing else she needs to do. The prize has been won. And I'm telling you, brothers, that is unacceptable. If I'm going to label myself as anything, it's going to be a project. Because what I need from a woman is for her to wake up every day and say, how can I make this man's life better than it was yesterday? I didn't hear her to be saying, how can I add or remove things from this man's path to make him a better version of himself? Because again, a real woman knows that once a man is a better version of himself, that the whole kingdom is better, that everyone is rewarded. You know what I'm saying? Guys, the I am the prize woman, she must be avoided. It's your boy Soul Immortal, and I'm out.
At ease!